guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Many things to say, guys, many things as always, and we are ready to jump into it together. And here we go, guys, always updates, always news for you here on the channel. Remember what I told you yesterday, many important updates here on YouTube as always. Nothing about Ousmane Dembélé and Manchester City. I also told you that Elliot Anderson, the midfielder from Nottingham Forest, is a serious target for Manchester City, so you can always find all the information. Many questions I'm getting tonight are coming from North London about Tottenham managerial situation. Well, Igor Tudor is entering into a crucial weekend. Tottenham play Liverpool. It's a desperate, difficult situation in terms of emergency. Many players are out. Obviously, we know the Premier League table looks dangerous for Tottenham Hotspur, so it's a bad moment for Spurs. Tudor is having this opportunity, but he remains at serious risk. As I told you in a video also in the last 48 hours, Igor Tudor's position is not safe at all. So we should keep that situation absolutely open from now to the end of the season. And in any case, even if Tudor reach the end of the season, he's going to be fired, not fired, but his contract is going to expire at the end of the season. So it's already decided that Tudor is not going to be Tottenham manager next season. But even in this final part of the season, Tudor is at serious risk. When you ask me who could be a candidate for Tottenham job, I want to answer with one thing. If there is a dream candidate for Tottenham now, is Roberto De Zerbi. Former Brighton and Olympique Marseille manager is seen as an ideal candidate for Tottenham job. Tottenham would love to hire Roberto De Zerbi, but at the moment, again, obviously, these depend on several things and it's not something easy. But the name of Roberto De Zerbi is a name we should always keep into the, I would say, dream targets for Tottenham as manager. Then the other name remains Mauricio Pochettino. Obviously, Pochettino is not for now. Pochettino would be a candidate for the summer in case Tottenham don't find another solution before the summer transfer window. Mauricio Pochettino, after the World Cup, could be a potential name for Tottenham. We know he has a special relationship with the club, with the fans, so these two names remain in the frame. Roberto De Zerbi has always been appreciated also by people at Manchester United. In summer 2024, he was considered already by Ineos for Manchester United job, and they decided to continue with Erik ten Hag. Roberto De Zerbi remains a candidate for Tottenham, but at the moment, again, it's not an easy situation, and so we have to see what happens, because it's not easy at all to get a green light from an important manager like De Zerbi now. Then on Pochettino, many questions if Pochettino can be a candidate also for Manchester United. At this stage, I'm not aware of any contact between Man United and Mauricio Pochettino. That's the situation. Something on staying in London before going on Manchester United again. Staying in London, important news for Chelsea today. Reece James puts pen to paper and signs new contract at Chelsea till June 2032. So a very long contract for Reece James, an improved salary. So agreement done and sealed today between between Chelsea and Reece James. An important achievement, because Liam Rosenior, Chelsea manager, goes to the press conference and says, "I'm super happy, I can't stop smiling because the best player in the world in his position," that's what Rosenior said, "decided to stay with us for the long term." And Reece James also sent an important message by saying, it's not about the signings, but I asked for guarantees on Chelsea project and I got that. So that's why I decided to sign a new contract. So the feeling between Chelsea and Reece James has always been excellent. And let me say that despite, you probably remember, it was border 1 year ago, in the injury difficult moment for Reece James, there were rumors on Reece James going to Spain, going to Portugal. Reece James never ever considered the possibility to leave Chelsea in a serious way. There were clubs interested for sure, but Reece James loves Chelsea and he wanted to continue to stay, to fight for his place in terms of recovering, because when Reece James is fit, he's always finding a place in the squad, and now doing fantastic. So Reece James signs a new deal at Chelsea. And then we move into Manchester again, guys. First of all, the McTominay story, the return of Scott McTominay to Manchester United. It's been around in January, in February, March. I told you, Napoli are in conversations with Scott McTominay's camp to start discussing about a new contract. It's something that Napoli want to do. and there is a conversation ongoing. I already told you in another video. Today, the director of Napoli, Giovanni Manna, said in an interview exactly the same. So, negotiations starting. Napoli want McTominay to stay. Manna also said, the director of Napoli, that McTominay is very happy at the club, that McTominay is not considering to leave. So, that story about Scott McTominay returning to Man United was never something really strong and concrete in terms of contracts, in terms of negotiations. And for Napoli, McTominay obviously remains a really important player. And then a really important statement, guys. If you follow the channel, you know I told you several times, but that's an important point for the summer transfer window for Man United. Money is coming from several deals in terms of exits from Manchester United. You remember when I told you, Man United, it was I think 10 days ago, count on 80 million euros from Marcus Rashford and Højlund as total package, as total fee. Today, Napoli director says, we will buy Rasmus Højlund. They have an obligation to buy in case they reach Champions League spot for the upcoming season. But regardless of that, Napoli want to keep Højlund, and I can tell you, Højlund wants to stay at Napoli. So everything has been already decided. Manchester United already received 6 million euros from the loan fee in summer 2025, August, and will now receive in summer 2026 44 million euros from Napoli for Højlund. So it's already important money, plus saving the salary, of course. And then Marcus Rashford. Manchester United insist on 30 million euros, don't want to make any discount to Barcelona. Barcelona have an agreement with Rashford. Now there is the elections this weekend, and then we will see from next week the conversations with Manchester United to complete the Marcus Rashford deal ahead of the summer transfer window. But Man United are convinced that whether it's going to be Barcelona or another club, they can make 80 million euros from Højlund and from Rashford. So, really important package. 50 already almost guaranteed from Rasmus Højlund, just waiting for official statement and formal steps, and then Marcus Rashford. So, for Manchester United, obviously, important money. For Manchester United, it also means a lot because Man United plan to do important things on the summer transfer window. We know about left winger, we know about the midfielder situation. Casemiro is leaving, so Man United could sign 1-2 midfielders. And obviously, financially, is really important to get this money. Man United hope to be in Champions League football, which would guarantee important money, and would be really crucial to do even more on the summer transfer window in terms of investments, in terms of new signing. But today, the confirmation about Rasmus Højlund, it's a really important one. And also remember about Marcus Rashford, because again, this weekend elections, but from next week we will understand more on the Rashford story. Rashford said yes to Barcelona. Now it's on Barca to close the deal at the right moment with Manchester United for Marcus Rashford. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories. Reece James signing a new deal at Chelsea. What's your feeling on that? And then who is the right man for Tottenham Hotspur job? Let me know your opinion in the comments. Also on Rasmus Højlund, on McTominay, on Rashford. Guys, your opinion. Here as always, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.